everyone! Well, here's a part 2 to the Replicade Centipede. I've been talking to my buddy Sean, who's had the short battery life issue I mentioned in the previous review video of this little arcade. And it seems there's a lot of people that have this problem with the short battery life. You know, his won't even play one game before it dies. It actually discharges when it's in the box. Mine does too. I can get 2 hours out of mine, but I put it away fully charged last night, and this morning it's dead, so it discharged overnight.
He's dead, Jim.
Sean has been going back and forth with New Wave Toys, and come to find out, they've discovered that the IC that controls the trackball is putting a drain on the battery even when it's turned off and in storage. They told him that unfortunately the IC is soldered to the board, and there's really nothing you can do about it except leave it plugged in when you want to play it. That's kind of bad. I would have thought, with as long as these were delayed coming out, the QA inspector would have found this issue and they could have got it fixed before it was released. I shouldn't have released it with that kind of flaw in there, because that's one of the major draws for this, is the actual battery power in it. You don't have to leave it plugged in all the time. They did recommend using a 2 amp charger like for an Apple iPad, which that's what I use on mine. With that, it takes it about 45 minutes to an hour to fully charge the battery. If you use like a regular iPhone charger that's like 1 amp or something like that, it can take a lot longer to charge the battery up in these little bad boys. And it does work perfectly fine when you leave it plugged into the charger. There's no problem there. It probably would have been better off just not even offering a battery option at all. Just make it so you have to plug it in just to play, to avoid a lot of this little hassle that they're going through right now. They have offered my buddy Sean a refund, but that's not the point. It'd be nice if they can get this corrected, especially on the units they still have in stock that people are ordering, because I imagine the entire line of 5,000 has this issue. I've seen reports where the trackball's not working. If you remember, mine didn't work initially either until I actually turned it off and back on again. Then it started to work. I've seen a few people on the internet and also email me saying theirs don't work no matter what they do. So that tells me that the IC chip for the trackball is totally foobar. But our resident mad builder, Dwayne, he suggested maybe putting an on-off switch in line with the battery. And he sent a link to a video, which I'll put down below, of a guy that tore this down so you can see how to get into it, because I had no idea on my last video. There are 4 screws underneath these little rubber pads. Duh! I should have thought of that. Pop the lower case off and the battery's sitting right there. So you have access to the wiring. You put an on-off switch. Maybe about the switch, you know, right back here somewhere off to the side, a small little flip switch or something like that, to where you can turn this thing off where you're going to put it into storage so the battery doesn't discharge on you. I mean, it's a neat little arcade machine. I love it a lot. It's actually cool. I'm just a little disappointed in the quality of it, especially with a major issue of a IC on the board itself. I'm really hoping that the Tempest mini-cade doesn't have any kind of quality issues. Maybe they'll learn from this one and double check the Tempest one before they send it out. Even though it does have a trackball, it's going to have a little rotary dial or whatever, a spinner. There's still probably an IC that's going to drive that, so let's make sure we don't have a battery drain on the unit when it's turned off when the Tempest comes out. Otherwise, it's a fun little arcade machine. Well, until next time, everybody, keep on retro gaming.